this world champion originally competed for Colombia, but has now switched to compete for Bahrain, which means that the Snatch world record holder will be at the upcoming Asian Weightlifting Championships this October. You all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lesman Paredes. We watched him at the World Championships last year just blow everyone out of the water in the Snatch, 187 kilos for the world record. That beat Sarab Moradi's 186. And then, of course, he went and clean and jerked 213 kilos, which gave him that 400 kilo total, which was enough for gold. And that's a good total. 400, Miso has done 404, that's his best. I believe Tian's best is 410. Then, of course, the mythical at this point, Sarab Moradi did 416. But 400 is a weight that most athletes haven't ever done. And now Lesman competes for Asia. Now, not a lot of people know this. He moved from Colombia to Bahrain, so he's going to be representing the home nation in a couple of weeks, in maybe just a week actually, at these Asian Championships, and he's going to stay as a 96. Presumably at some point he'll move up to 102, the new Olympic category, but one more time he's going to defend that 96 kilo category. And he's going to be going up against a couple of guys I want to talk about. One of them is Artyom Antropov, and the other is Chenpo Zhen from Taiwan. Now, Chenpo Zhen, we know that he can snatch big. He's done 180 kilos in the past, but he's not quite a threat in the clean and jerk. He's sort of a low 200s kind of lifter. On their best days, he can't beat Lesman. Artyom Antropov, on the other hand, we've been watching for a while because of his incredible leg strength. I mean, he front squatted 290 kilos, for Christ's sake. And now he's going up against Lesman. And last year at the Asian Championships, I think he snatched sort of in the high 60s, which doesn't compete with Lesman. But then he cleaned and almost jerked 129 kilos. Could have been 128 kilos, I can't quite remember. Now, he's been improving since then. His snatch has certainly gone up. If he's able to go in the sort of mid-70s and push Lesman into the mid-80s, and then, well, let's say Lesman hits a personal best in competition at 215, we might see that Artyom Antropov only needs a mid, I say only, it's enormous weight, he needs a mid sort of 220s clean and jerk to get that gold medal over Lesman. Both of them are then ultimately going to move up to 102, but the world record in the clean and jerk is 231, that's Tian Tao. So Antropov is certainly right up there as one of the strongest clean and jerkers in that weight category ever. Certainly in terms of the front squat, behind Tian, he might be the best. I know they've both done 290 in that front squat. So it's going to be exciting. I know that Lesman had an injury earlier on in 2022, but he's recovered pretty well. He posted a video the other day, 117 strict presses, so his shoulder strength is certainly back. Then what did he do? 140, I think it was, for multiple reps, and the snatch looked easy. I think he posted a 170 snatch as well pretty recently, which looked pretty comfortable. And I remember filming him at the World Championships in the back room and thinking that he looked like the most confident athlete I'd almost ever seen. It's like he just knew he was going to set a new world record on his second attempt. He didn't care at all what anyone else was doing. There were athletes who were snatching 160, and he was still muscle snatching 100 kilos. And then people were out. I remember like seeing lifters out snatching like 173, 175, like top end lifts in that 96 kilo category. And then looking down, and Lesman is snatching like 120, and he's still working up. And he just knew, like, I can just count all of these other people's attempts because I'm going to open after everyone else is done. So I know exactly when I'm coming out. And he was just working his own timeline, his own clock. And now he's going to be competing at the Asian Championships, and I'm really excited to see him there. We're going to get a good interview with him, hopefully. I think we're sending him out some questions today, and then we'll see him in a few days' time. So we'll get some good content with him. But I'm so excited to see him compete. And I'm assuming he can win this Asian Championships, but it's not guaranteed. Chenpo Zhen and certainly Artyom Antropov are the two that I'm most nervous about. Artyom probably the most. But it's going to be a great battle. And they're friends, they joke about this competition between themselves, so they certainly want to see who's going to outlift the other person. Miso Osona's moved up already to 102. He's going to be battling against Razul Motamedi, the world champion at 102. That's going to be a fire session as well. But yeah, Lesman Paredes no longer competes for Colombia, he competes for Bahrain. He's going to be at the Asian Championships, and you can get your tickets now to watch them competing only at Weightlifting House. You can watch it live and on demand. I'll see you guys there.